Yeah, yeah, the devil and I come face to face. He'll chase me, he can't catch me. I'm supersonic, a mean machine. No, I'm knocking down doors. I'm breaking through every wall. No stopping, won't stall. Step aside, I'm feeling alive. Yeah, maybe I take it too far. Maybe I crossed the line. Might be pushing too hard. Maybe I crossed the line. Yeah, maybe I take it too far. Maybe I crossed the line. I fly alone, I'm a pilot in my helmet, I'm an eagle, soaring through the skies where there's no end, yeah. Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
Make some noise, everybody. You know ain't no crime. We got the flow, and we want you to know that we about to blow your mind.
It ain't nothing but black lights off in the sweatbox. Lil' mama looking right, I swear she bet not. Tearing through 'em on the floor, look like she can't stop. And as long as that bass keep hitting, she won't stop. Ain't even ask if I could, I just slid right in. Ain't even think if I should, cause she could have her own man. Man, I just did what I do, best believe I know the steps. Lock eyes for a year, that's how it felt up in my head. Put my hands on her hips, dear Lord, don't have me break the sweat. The way she move got me cashing out, I hope she take a check. Lean in close, caught the perfume on her neck. Yeah, DJ let it go, and we hit him with the left, right, left, right.
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle.
Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle.
Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
Make some noise, everybody. You know ain't no crime. We got the flow, and we want you to know that we about to blow your mind.
So yeah, we had a hell of a time, and that's true. But baby girl, I gotta take you home with other things up in these streets I gotta do. Get up with my crew, looking fresh, reppin' Zulu. Since 73, been by the beats, running brick loose. Power from the street lights, cardboard on the black top. MCs hit they speech tight, writers in the backdrop. Started out with head knock, transition to top rock. They used to make the gas spit, now we on some backspin. Boombox, turn it up, max it out, up to 10. Proper routines, while the cypher getting louder. Windmills galore, competition looking sour. Step up in the circle and display some of your power. And
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle.
let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle.
Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. About to take them to the next level, y'all. We moving up, go to the next level. Throw them hands up, wave them all around. Keep it up now, I ain't say to put them down. Yeah, come on. Yeah, hands in the air, breathing real hard. Never thought I'd feel so good being who you are. Can't play the ball on this one, son. Yeah, throw them hands up, wave them all around. Keep it up now, I ain't say to put them down.
I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie. Bye-bye, it's the world today. I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie nation. Bye-bye, it's the world today. Ow!
Living in a selfie world is just who we become. It doesn't make us dumb, just a whole lot of fun. Snap me from the left and snap me from the right. You might have fun tonight if you snap it real tight.
The lights, come on. I can't stop the person I've become. The whole world is my stage. Let the cameras roll and I will play. It's a selfie. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight. Out of sight.
Do with it what you will, but make a difference, make an impact. Don't waste your time on technology and cell phones. Do you?
You can take a selfie without being selfish.
Living in a selfie world is just who we become. It doesn't make us dumb, just a whole lot of fun. Snap me from the left and snap me from the right. You might have fun tonight if you snap it real tight.
Bye-bye, it's the world today.
Living in a selfie world, selfie world, selfie world.
When the lights come on, I can't stop the person I've become. The whole world is my stage. Let the cameras roll and I will play. It's a selfie. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight. Out of sight.
Living in a selfie world is just who we become. It doesn't make us dumb, just a whole lot of fun. Snap me from the left and snap me from the right. You might have fun tonight if you snap it real tight.
I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie nation. I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie nation.
Grooving off the grid, baby. Grooving off the grid, baby.
Just that north cocky back. Catch me too deep off in my Cadillac. Me and my homies ready to party, going to handle that. Well, I'ma roll it up, and he gon' pour the yak. And we gon' bust some freaks and get it started, yeah. Well, it's a heart attack. Yeah, it's off the grid. Something monumental. Yeah, we do it big. Raising nothing but hands, selling nothing but fake. Spreading nothing but love. Catch a feeling so great. Off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. position. Infinitely flow into this whole world, pace attention. This is my decision. Shoot it in your system. Get your head nodded. Show a little rhythm. Yeah, he got it in him. Spit a little venom. He riding tracks harder than cowboy denim. Roofing off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Roofing off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Roofing off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Roofing off the grid, off the grid, off the grid.
Grooving off the grid, baby, baby, baby. Oh yeah, yeah. Grooving off the grid, baby, baby, baby.
Can't nobody stop the groove. 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 Can't nobody stop the groove.
Grooving off the grid, baby, baby, baby.
Moving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid.
Grooving off the grid, baby, baby, baby.
Moving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid.
Yeah, 316.
Got game and pulled out his own Atari. I said sorry, I'ma have to pass like Nash to Amari. Tiger up early on a Sunday, sinking birdies while the pigskin spinning through the air, tight and birdie. It's a TD, it's a TKO, a home run, it's a hat trick. Ain't no way to be an all-star without practice. So if you down to sacrifice your life for a draft pick, it's a pretty sweet position you can live in if you have some things in the air. If you got game, wave like you just don't care. If you got game, playing like you got no fit, and you got game. If you came here to win, yeah, you got game. Can't nobody enforce quite as nice on the ice. Cat and mice, watch the big old splash face smashed against the glass on deck. It's the designated hitter, rhyme spitter up the bat. It's the Grand Slam winner, oak splitter. The champ is here. With cherry red gloves, silk fall off my back, drop the track, crowd show me mad love, so I show him love back, like Wimbledon, backhand to simpleton, and if you winning then, throw them things in the air. If you got game, wave them like you just don't care. If you got game, playing like you got no fit, and you got game. If you came here to win, yeah, you got game.
Game.
Hear the helmets clash, miss your block, get rushed past. Coaches with they clipboards, front office call the quarterback. Penalty shots,
lined up against the goalie. Over his head, ball in that crowd exploding. 500 laps remain, skipping pit stops. Straight flip the manual, surfing through the tunnel spots. Spiking down the volleyball, rookies wipe they face off. Cycle to the finish line, ain't no way we'll ever stop. Them things in the air, if you got game, wave them like you just don't care. If you got game, playing like you got no fear, then you got game. If you came here to win, then you got game. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Got game.
This is your life. This is your life. This is your life.
Get up your mom, man, let's get
This is your life.
This is your life. Take what you want. Get up your mom, man, let's get
This is your life.
This is your life. Take what you want.
This is your life.
See, it's the life that we live. No one can take this from us. Life seems like a dream. That's why you take what you want.
Yeah, get it in, go hard, do things that you never do, change if you want to. Yeah, no time to waste, everybody make noise like you're
This is your life. This is your life. This is your life. Take what you want. This is your life. This is your life.
Me on the weekends, I'll be going in, running while you're sleeping. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, I'm out my mind, finna kill this track, y'all thought it was a crime. I lead the game with the clue and in the disarray, making sure they all are quiet with nothing else to say. It's hard to get respect when you're helpless. Trapped in your mind with no emergency exit. I exit, time to release, I am so far gone when I'm killing this beat.
Get up your mom, man, let's get cool. This is your life. Take what you want. Get up your mom, man, let's get cool. This is your life. Take what you want.
This is your life.
See, it's the life that we live. No one can take this from us. Life seems like a dream. That's why you take what you want.
Yeah, get it in, go hard, do things that you never do, change if you want to. Yeah, no time to waste, everybody make noise like you're
This is your life. This is your life. Take what you want. This is your life. This is your life. This is your life.
Take what you want.
What you want.
Get up your mom, man, let's get cool.
This is your life.
This is your life. Take what you want.
This is your life.
See, it's the life that we live. No one can take this from us. Life seems like a dream. That's why you take what you want.
Yeah, get it in, go hard, do things that you never do, change if you want to. Yeah, no time to waste, everybody make noise like you're
This is your life.
On the weekends, I'll be going in, running while you're sleeping. Catch me if you can.
Every ghetto you a dream. Get rich and live a star life. Now that me I tried up.
Police, them arise, the murder rate. In other world, yeah, we need more love and less hate. We come for demonstrate, set the thing straight. Selector, turn up the treble, not the bass. Me want them hear me clear and not say Rasta never fake. The fire off the burn and we blaze it every day. But I need a privilege, I mean not care what you say. We hear naughty and not just so we stay. Hey, mash up the show, the girl them never complain. Must have chew me fly like a plane. Sharper than a blade and not that the people rate. Me never move hype so you can't say me lame. Babylon a work, them a block off the highway. If you catch me sleeping is highly unlikely. On the back we feel protected by highly. So me no frightened, Jaja and me rifle. Me no frightened, Jaja and me rifle. Rasta ever clean when me touch pon the scene. Diamond socks on me clocks me a beat. Hershey knapsack full of the sticky green. 4 pound of sour, 3 pound of OG. So me make a one stop down a halfway tree. Down a halfway tree. Make a one stop down a halfway tree. Down a halfway tree. So let me tell them again, me see a new trend. Police, them arise, the murder rate. In other world, yeah, we need more love and less hate. We come for demonstrate, set the thing straight. Selector, turn up the treble, not the bass. Me want them hear me clear and not say Rasta never fake. The fire off it burn and we blaze it every day. Me don't need no privilege, I mean not care what you say. We hear naughty and not just how we stay. Hey, mash up the show, the girl them never complain. Must have chew me fly like a plane. Sharper than a blade and not the people rate. Me never move hype so you can't say me lame. Babylon a work, them a block off the highway. If you catch me sleeping is highly unlikely. On the back we feel protected by highly. So me no frightened, Jaja and me rifle. Me no frightened, Jaja and me rifle. Rasta ever clean when me touch pon the scene. Diamond socks on me clocks me a beat. Hershey knapsack full of the sticky green. 4 pound of sour, 3 pound of OG. So me make a one stop down a halfway tree. Down a halfway tree. Make a one stop down a halfway tree. Down a halfway tree.
As we lay and fall asleep, pray to the Lord my soul to keep. If we die before we wake, there's just some choices we just can't make.
Dear Father, won't you help us from the clutches of this world?
Angels wash me through the night, guide me through the stars. If I live one more day, I pray God will guide my way.
Out of the ashes comes the best. Stand through it all. We'll never fall. Out of the ashes comes the best. Stand through it all. We'll never fall. Till we're
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
DL Productions, our beats, 3, we global.
Frankly, darling, I just don't give a damn.
To the club in my old school caddy. White walls, Vogues, everybody looking at me. Ain't about the flyest cowboy you ever saw. If you ride me like a cowgirl, I'ma take you far. Curly hair, tickle bitties. She say her name Wendy. Mix orange juice with the Henny, and we gon' do plenty. Lift the dance, too much booty in the pan. Shake it, so shake it. Girl, I wanna see you naked, naked. Your man basic. Boom, boom, my heart racing, racing, racing. Boom, boom, my heart racing, racing. Single ladies to the left, single ladies to the right. All the freaks in the front, toast to the good life.
You are a Lone Ranger.
Yes, Tonto, I am.
Like thunder, but you heard thunder, Tonto, but not thunder.
Squirrel, 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 squirrel,
I wanna see you naked, naked. Your man basic. Boom, boom, my heart racing, racing, racing. Boom, boom, my heart racing, racing. Single ladies to the left, single ladies to the right. All the freaks in the front, toast to the good life. never break a sweat when I increase the speed. Yeah. Yeah, the devil and I come face to face. He'll chase me, he can't catch me. I'm supersonic, a mean machine. Though I'm knocking down doors, I'm breaking through every wall. No stopping, won't stall. Step aside, I'm feeling alive. Yeah, maybe I'll take it too far. Maybe I crossed the line. Might be pushing too hard. Maybe I crossed the line. Yeah, maybe I'll take it too far. Maybe I crossed the line. I fly alone, I'm a pilot in my helmet, I'm an eagle, soaring through the skies where there's no end, yeah.
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
Make some noise, everybody. You know ain't no crime. We got the flow, and we want you to know that we about to blow your mind.
It ain't nothing but black lights off in the sweatbox. Lil' mama looking right, I swear she bad now. Tearing through 'em on the floor, look like she can't stop. And as long as that bass keep hitting, she won't stop. Ain't even ask if I could, I just slid right in. Ain't even think if I should, cause she could have her own man. Man, I just did what I do, best believe I know the steps. Lock eyes for a year, that's how it felt up in my head. Put my hands on her hips, dead low, don't have me break a sweat. The way she move got me cashing out, I hope she take a check. Lean in close, caught the perfume on her neck. DJ let it go, we hit him with the left, right, left, right.
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see 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 your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
Make some noise, everybody. You know ain't no crime. We got the flow, and we want you to know that we about to blow your mind.
So yeah, we had a hell of a time and that's true. But baby girl, I gotta take you home with other things up in these streets I gotta do. Get up with my crew, looking fresh, reppin' Zulu. Since 73, been by the beats, running brick loose. Power from the street lights, cardboard on the black tie. MCs hit they speech tight, writers in the backdrop. Started out with head knock, transition to top rock. They used to make the gas spin, now we on some backspin. Boombox, turn it up, max it out, up to 10. Proper routines, while the cypher getting louder. Windmills galore, competition looking sour. Step up in the circle and display some of your power in.
Let me see your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see 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 your head, show me how you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle. Let me see you shuffle.
About to take them to the next level, y'all. We moving up, go to the next level. Throw them hands up, wave them all around. Keep it up now, I ain't say to put them down. Yeah, come on. Yeah, hands in the air, breathing real hard. Never thought I'd feel so good being who you are. Can't play the ball on this one, son. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, throw them hands up, wave them all around. Keep it up now, I ain't say to put them down. Yeah. Come on, hands in the air, breathe it real hard. Never thought I'd feel so good being who you are. You already know, everybody.
Let me see you shuffle, let me see you shuffle. Come on. Let me see you shuffle, let me see you shuffle. Come on. Yeah. Let me see you shuffle, let me see you shuffle. Come on. Let me see you shuffle, let me see you shuffle. Come on. The world is
I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie. That is the world today. I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie nation. That is the world today.
Living in a selfie world is just who we become. It doesn't make us dumb, just a whole lot of fun. Snap me from the left and snap me from the right. You might have fun tonight if you snap it real tight.
With the lights, come on. I can't stop the person I've become. The whole world is my stage. Let the cameras roll and I will play. It's a selfie. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm not aside. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight.
Do with it what you will, but make a difference, make an impact. Don't waste your time on technology and cell phones. Do you?
You can take a selfie without being selfish.
Living in a selfie world is just who we become. It doesn't make us dumb, just a whole lot of fun. Snap me from the left and snap me from the right. You might have fun tonight if you snap it real tight.
That is the world today.
Living in a selfie world, selfie world, selfie world.
With the lights, come on. I can't stop the person I've become. The whole world is my stage. Let the cameras roll and I will play. It's a selfie. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight. Anything I want, I can be tonight. Call it what you want, but I'm out of sight. Out of sight.
Living in a selfie world is just who we become. It doesn't make us dumb, just a whole lot of fun. Snap me from the left and snap me from the right. You might have fun tonight if you snap it real tight.
I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie nation. I don't know about you, but I'm all about a selfie. Selfie nation.
Grooving off the grid, baby.
Yeah, we do it big. Raising nothing but hands, selling nothing but fakes, spreading nothing but love. Catch a feeling so great. Off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid.
Here we go.
Respect my composition. Heavenly flow into this whole world pays attention. This is my decision. Shoot it in your system. Get your head nodded. Show a little rhythm. Yeah, you got it in him. Just spit a little venom. He riding tracks harder than cowboy denim. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Grooving off the grid, off the grid, off the grid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the performance area.
Nice.
It's been added, so we do live performances here on Tuesday.
Yeah. All right.
Of course, you are familiar with the setups. So.
Yeah. Very. Okay.
First,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
and then we'll do a shout out before we sit down.
They'll have you do liners, but first we're going to do pictures
Okay.
on the dreary
That way we
days.
can knock that one out. So we don't so
Hey, you can do good lighting this way.
Alright.
Right.
Sweet. I'm gonna set up the green screen.
Yeah, we're all good. And then they'll, like I said, have you do liners. You know how to adjust the mic. You have to
Oh, yeah.
move it back and forth. Don't be afraid to touch it.
Yeah.
I had an artist on one time, and Johnny was in my ear saying, she needs to be closer to the mic. I'm like, well, on air, I'm trying. So we always try to take care of that first.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I project, so that won't be an
Oh,
issue.
yeah.
I'm an engineer. I've been yelling at it.
He is no
People
stranger to
for-
podcasts either.
Yeah.
Her and tomorrow's guest, I found tons of interviews and stuff.
Yeah. I just put out my latest one yesterday, so. Yeah,
I love what Cool Sail did for you, the clip they did for the whole thing.
yeah, that was really nice. That was really cool. And the fun fact, when you see me walking and it's kind of a park, you remember that movie Big with Tom Hanks? That was where that machine was at, the park where they had.
Yeah.
yeah. That's like, and the bridge behind it is, of course, is the George Washington Bridge.
There's George Washington Bridge.
Yeah.
My wife was just up there. She was staying in Staten Island for like 10 days or something. She
Oh,
wanted
wow. Staten Island.
to see the Statue of Liberty again. She wanted to do fireworks with, the ferry and all that.
Oh, yeah. They had a 4th of July there. It's great.
But we have friends up there that one of them can't remember what he does anymore, but he's the one that in the studio takes all the movies you see on streaming and stuff, like big documentaries and actual movies and stuff. He mixes the music with the footsteps and the...
Oh, okay.
all that.
ADR,
Yeah.
Foley.
Yeah, he's very
Foley,
good at
rather.
that. He's done really well with it, but he also is a classical singer, and he'll do like stuff like Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. He'll appear in that, or he did this cool thing I saw online where he took this, I guess it was a high school orchestra, and they set up in front of a screen in some, those big studios where you have all the chairs that they do the soundtracks to and stuff like that, and they just played one of the movie soundtracks. And
Played to it. Yeah. That's always cool.
He's very good at stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a true New Yorker. He ought to know many things to stay up there.
He's explained to him. He's been on the show before. He went through how that city is made up, because it's different. L.A. is different than New York. It's different than Miami. It's different than Seattle. Whatever. We've had somebody on, it feels like, from every one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's like the guy I had on from Seattle. He's the lead singer, or was the lead singer of this band called Queensryche for a year.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. That's huge.
He lives in Italy now.
Uh-huh.
And so we were talking about something that I didn't realize is the same vocal coach for him was a vocal coach for Chris Cornell, the vocal coach for Ann Wilson, like all these people. Mm-hmm. Had this specific method that I didn't even know. Mm-hmm. I thought I knew a lot. But that's one thing about doing the show. You get to ask these questions.
Yeah. You have to go deep.
Yeah. Something we'll talk about on the air is the fact that you're here and Charlotte needs to know you're here. But this is not a Charlotte show. This is a Charlotte-based show.
Yeah.
So this show is everywhere.
Oh,
like
yeah. I mean, and my remote stuff is a international to international thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've interviewed people in Poland and, like I said, Italy, and it could be Arizona, or it could be L.A., or it could be...
Yeah.
One time we had a husband and wife duo that he's a famous studio drummer in Nashville, and she's a famous background singer in L.A., so they have homes in L.A. and New York, and they're like with everybody. He's the drummer on Neil Young's Rockin' in the Free World.
Oh, wow.
Stuff, like some legendary stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Nice, yeah.
But, and we had Jason on the show, the guy that I've been trying to introduce you to.
Uh-huh.
We'll pin him down. And there's another guy I've had on the show that he's from Appalachian, what is it? My mind's going blank. My son went to the school. It's in Boone. What is that called?
Appalachian State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was out late. But he got his degree there, and they put him in a lot of good intern programs. So he's run front of house for Fillmore and a lot of different places. And
okay.
I want to introduce you to him, too.
Nice.
No, he's adjusting cameras.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why am I telling you? You know this.
Oh, yeah.
Usually there are artists in here, and they're like, I know how to sing into this.
Yeah. That could sometimes be hard for artists.
I'm that guy.
Oh, man.
I've only been doing this maybe 2.5 years now. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good run. Yeah, nice.
Well, it's because this crew is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, I always joke and tell everybody Battlestar Galactica, ragtag fleet, because you have these people that just, each one picked their thing and did it well. And, now it's we're on, we got the plaques and stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
All right, Terry, let's do...
Okay, so how this is going to work is this is Fela at the Our Beats Radio VIP Suite. So the first one's normal. You just read that. The second one, this is Fela Davis at Our Beats Studio in the VIP Suite, and then put your social media or website or whatever you want there, your production company, anything you want to put in that part. You got that?
Ah, okay.
And these are audio only.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I can read and not be like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Okay. This is Fela at Our Beats Radio VIP Suite. You are listening to the best of the best independent and national artists on ourbeats.com.
I was going to ask you go by Fela or Fela Davis?
I usually just say Fela.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Sade, so
Yeah. Okay. This is Fela at Our Beats. Hold on. This is Fela at Our Beats Radio in the VIP Suite. You can check me out at 23dbproductions.com and use the tag 23dbproductions for IG, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. Check us out. Thanks for tuning in on ourbeats.com.
Beautiful. Awesome. And then we'll do a quick name check. One moment.
He'll throw it up on the screen in a second. There we go.
Okay.
That looks good.
That looks good to you?
Yeah. Make sure that.
Yep.
Enter your name or. Awesome.
Perfect. Thank
how's
you.
my frame, Johnny?
You're looking good.
Okay.
As always.
They're used to you.
Thank God I get a haircut right after the show. It's going so tall, I almost didn't fit through the door frame.
All right, we're gonna go to logo.
I am Harmony, part of the DJ World Beats experience, right here on hashtag Local Music Somewhere, with host Terry Hudson.
Welcome to Local Music Somewhere. I am your host, Terry Hudson, author, speaker, connector, media host. And as you know, in Local Music Somewhere, we go around the globe checking out the local music scenes as well as the people that are from those scenes who are making a national impact. And so for you, the aspiring artist, this is a way to find out and be inspired, find out behind the scenes things that you need to know to further your career. And we try to really help there because we believe in what you're doing. And if you're a music fan, hey, this is a way to seek, to look behind the curtains, see what goes on, because it's a very interesting world, as you'll see. And you get to hear the stories and some of your favorite artists and the award shows, things like that. Today, we're, as always, we're based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, but today, even though my guest is a national guest, they are based here in Charlotte, North Carolina, which has blessed this city. So will you welcome Fela Davis. Fela is she's a studio expert. She's a live music expert. She's a podcasting expert. So I'm on the hot seat today. And then she also is very involved in audiobooks, which is a thing I get when I'm at masterminds or I'm speaking. I have so many authors that come on, even the ones that come on the show. That's something they're looking for, so we'll get into that today. Will you welcome to the show, Fela Davis?
Thank you so much, Terry.
How are you, my friend?
Fantastic, as usual.
Well, I knew you were going to be a great guest because you are definitely a talker, and you talk with excitement. I don't care if you're telling me, I don't know if it's this where you were, like where you grew up in South Carolina, but if we had a Pepsi, you'd be like, Terry, they had like a red and white label, and it had these bubbles in it. It's the way you say it. You tell such a great story. So I'm so glad I finally got you on the show.
Thank you. I
want to let people know that the way I found you is I work with a mastermind group here in town with success coach Carrie Schmidt, and they just had us sitting together, when I'm in there, and they do the intros like we normally do, and then you do your intro, and we go about, and I just stop everybody and say, wait a minute, tell me more about what you were just talking about. Okay, I need your phone number. So that's kind of how we started, and then we went to coffee, and the rest is history. But then I started looking you up, and I cannot believe that you're in Charlotte, and not too many people knew that you had relocated here to Charlotte. So we're going to get into why you are so great, and I get to say this, so nobody will think you're on an ego trip. They'll think I'm on an ego trip for you. But let's start off with, I would say, let's start off with something I heard about you, which is this whole thing took place because you took a test when you were young.
Yeah.
So tell me that.
Yeah. When I was in the 8th grade, I took a career placement test, and it said audio engineer.
I didn't even know they would have that in the school for a career placement test.
Yeah.
How young were you when this happened?
In 8th grade. So I had been like 13 or so, 12 or 13. And I was surprised too, because nobody else in the class had that. I thought it was going to be some generic thing like 7 other people had it. But yeah, that was up top and architect. But the sound engineer thing just was like, oh, this is perfect. This is creative. This is technical.
And you're both building a foundation, whether you're an architect or this.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to design the space.
Exactly.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that was on, like that would be a result of, because I've never heard it before, right? So how young were you when that happened?
Yeah, like I said, it was like 12 or 13. And I was looking at the time, I wanted to be like an engineer of some sort, I thought, at the time. But then I was thinking about like chemical engineering, but it was too much math. And but once I heard that you could add the engineering with music, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. And then from there, I just started researching. Like at the time, there was no Google and stuff. So this is like 98 or something. No, like 96 or something. So the internet wasn't nearly what it is now. Yeah, so I had to go to magazines like Mix Magazine and record it, you know, all that sort of thing, which I ended up writing for, which was a trip. So I had to and I didn't even know what I was really reading. You know, it was just like seeing the boards and like the vibe of it was like, that's what I want to do. And I just loved music. I just, you know, anything I get my hands on, you know, I was there dubbing tapes from people. Hey, you got that new so-and-so? Yeah, you know, so.
But you know, the things I see in these origin stories and callings is the way people look at stuff is different and makes them who they are. Like, I got to tell you, I was in many studios. I saw Mix Magazine. I was a fan because I, you know, been in the music industry and wanted to do more in that. I would see the covers. But when I picked up that magazine, it was pretty pictures to me.
Yeah.
You know, I never read one of the articles.
To me
too much detail. But yeah, you dived into something like that you see things so different in the studio and live. You see things that other people don't see. And while I'm a big proponent of they should understand something about, you know, their atmosphere and what they're doing as a career, they just might not have what you have in that part. You have something special there for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm from a backwoods town kind of in South Carolina called Sherall, South Carolina.
Oh, I know Sherall.
But our claim to fame is that's the birthplace of Dizzy Gillespie, which is funny because as we'll get into this conversation more, jazz ended up being like the big thing in my career, so.
I represented a country artist, part of a duet, that they won national awards on all these TV shows and charting songs, and they were from Sherall.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I mean, I guess it's a musical town that I never thought of because I thought they were the only ones from that at one time.
Oh, no, but you have to leave to, like, to make it go, you know.
So let's talk about how you really pursued the path, because in Mix Magazine, I think it was, you saw an ad, didn't you? Was that Mix or was that another magazine?
No, it was I played trombone. That was the closest thing I could get to music in my small town. They didn't have any theater class or, there was nothing. So the closest thing I could do was play an instrument. So I was in band class one day and they had a magazine on the floor that said careers in music without playing music or something like that. And I can't remember the name of the magazine now, but it was just in the band room because they had given it out. And I was flipping through it and I found this place called Full Sail. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So this is fast forwarding from 8th grade. I'm like, oh, I really would like to do this. And everybody's like, well, I don't know where you're going to go to school for that at. It was like, go to USC for a mass communications degree, which I was like, that just didn't seem right to me. Yeah. But in the 10th grade, when I was in band class, I saw that magazine, and then I flipped through and I saw Full Sail and a couple of other ones, but Full Sail really jumped out at me because of the alumni. I mean, everything I was listening to at the time, those engineers was on it. So I was like, this is where I need to go. And then once I went and visited, it's in Winter Park, Florida, a suburb of Orlando, I visited again in my 10th grade year with my mom and my sister, and it was like, blew my socks off. Just like, oh, this is a real studio. They had the SSL, the Neve at the time. I mean, it was like, oh.
It's definitely the real deal, right?
This is where you need to go. And that was it. So from the 10th grade, I knew I'm going straight there out of school. So, and that was great. That was what I needed immediately out of school, because I mean, I was reading Mixed Magazine and stuff, but I didn't really understand the basics. But again, because I was in this small town, I couldn't like intern anywhere. There were no radio stations that would let me come in. I think there was an AM station, but it was like, we don't have anything. So when I tried to like get a job or just intern, I couldn't get my hands on anything so that's 6 years roughly of wanting something that you don't even touch.
But that desire was there.
But the desire was there. And then and I was like, once I saw Full Sail and that, immediately you get to touch faders and knobs and all that sort of thing and really learn what was going on. I was like, okay, this is the place to immediately. And plus, I don't like school. I know some people really like school.
In creatives that because the structure is different from how they learn a lot of times. It's generalized education as opposed to specialized, which I'm a big believer in.
Exactly. So it was a trade school. It was very much on what I wanted to be in. And from there, I thought, I want to do studio stuff. But then we did a live sound class, and I was like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
This is where it's going to be. And I knew that's where it was going to be because it was the first thing that paid.
Yeah.
In studio, you don't get,
Yeah, it's like, you hope that project's going to be released.
Exactly. It's so much stuff collecting dust on a hard drive. But then with live, people have been wanting to come see what you do all week or for a month or two.
Yeah.
It's up to me to bring this great show to you. Like I took pride in that, and bringing great sound. Like, oh man, my band was just crazy. I loved it, and being a part of that, and knowing that, they weren't like, oh, it was too loud and it was this and that, because I've been at shows, I'm like, man.
I bet you have.
That I just been like, wow, they could, or like, ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And then I end up talking to the engineer, be like, hey, you did that,
In that area of Florida, I mean, when I first heard about that school, I was teaching seminars at this thing called the Star Showcase in Orlando. And I was like, really? They have a school that does that down here? And that even that showcase, I need to do a show on them one time. The people that came out of that were like, I remember JoJo was one of the contestants there, and she's had platinum stuff, and then Kobe O'Donis, who was, after that, I saw him do several things because he really pursued the career. If you watch Lady Gaga's, I think it might be her first single. I think it's called "Let's Dance," or something like that. He's the guy doing the rapping in that song. So, and it's like that, so much talent, coming out of that area. Because Orlando, and I was down there for the theme parks at first. That's why I accepted the invitation. But then when you see all the talent that they had at this place, and they got this college down there, and because of that, I've had many Full Sail graduates on the show because they're out there doing stuff like real industry things. I'm not sure if you're the only Hall of Famer. You're the first one that I've heard that term with. Well, Rafa, my friend is friends with him. I've heard that he's that as well. Yeah. But I mean, you are a Full Sail Hall of Famer. So you didn't just go to the college, but you represented the college well when you got out. So let them know what Full Sail Hall of Famer means.
It means that you've been in the business for over 10 years, an alumni, and that you've done some pretty big things in the industry and giving back to the students,
which you're really good at.
Talking to them, giving them the skinny on what they need to, get done. And hey, it's up to you. And be creative and all that sort of thing. And it's funny, they didn't really know about me until a podcast. The head of alumni heard me on another audio podcast and was like, I've never heard of you. And I'm like, yeah, you know. So then she started following my career, and I started going back, and it just kind of developed, you know, over the years. And yeah, I got voted in like 6 years ago.
Very cool. And, you know, congratulations on that. And
thank you.
Definitely couldn't happen to a better person, more talented person. Let's talk about something that surprised me about you, because you're the first one that I've heard say this, and I get it because everybody has their thing, but studio versus live sound. You know, you're definitely qualified for the studio. And anybody I've known that's come out of Full Sail in their program is qualified in there, and that's why I've had those people on the show. But you decided that live sound was just, you know, that was your thing that excited you. So how did you come to that conclusion?
Like I said, it paid first. And I knew I could move up a little faster.
Yeah.
And the movement of it all, of like possibly, you know, of going out to tour and stuff, that was a factor. Later on, getting into, you know, having my own studio, which I ran for 7 years, I was still out on the road. Even with that, it was like, oh, this is like my day job to do a studio type thing. So, but yeah, the live thing made me quicker. You know, it was just like I had to always find shortcuts to do things, and to like really get bigger in it. I had to always be ready. I was always picked last. It was like, oh, homeboy got a DUI. Can you come in? You know,
whatever opens opportunity, right? Have your foot ready to step right in that door.
I always knew I had to be ready. Like, hey, can you come in in 2 hours? We need something, you know. So I knew I had to always be ready, you know. So, and that was to mix, and you know, that was how I kind of built up my chops, and also learning from great engineers like Courtney Taylor. When I moved to Florida, I moved down to South Florida. I was working at a place called Revolution, which is still there. I worked with some great engineers, and in particular, Courtney Taylor. He did like he's still doing like Common. He did Pharrell, just big people. But he's also Jamaican, so he did like Third World, and all of that. And they're fantastic engineers because they don't really have that much stuff there. So they have to make what works and then push whatever it is, you know, whatever equipment you have, making that sound the best it could be. And he really got me there on just like getting everything out of a system, like having, you know, really good gain structure, how he's using the compression and stuff like that. He's the one who kind of like, oh, okay, it started to make sense. And then the cool thing about there is that he would go out on tour, and then I would get his gig while he was out, you know. And then when he would come back, you know, okay, I'll go back to A2, but I'll be learning some more from him. So, because when I was in South Carolina, when I left Full Sail, I was dead broke. So I had to go back to Cheraw. And so my first gigs were in Myrtle Beach at the House of Blues. I just knew nobody really toured there. So I knew I was never going to get to touch the board. You know, and it was like, and it's seasonal. So when it hits the winter time, they have like a few shows, and those same, you know, guys are going to get those shows. So I knew, oh, I have to move on. And so that was when I ended up moving with a roommate down to South Florida and doing like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, all that sort of thing. And that was good because it was movement again, because they would, you know, they wouldn't like holding on to the console with the cold dead hands, you know. So I really got to learn and do down there when I made that move.
Well, you know, I know your first touring gig, you're the only person I've ever heard that this happened to, that this social media platform worked for a musician. I mean, I'm sure it does, but you were the first one that I really heard a story like this. So tell about your first big touring gig and how you got that.
Yeah. So I was in South Florida for 4 years, and I had worked everywhere, every theater house, all that sort of thing. And I just didn't see how I was going to get out on tours and stuff. So I was like, I started asking every engineer who came through, where are you from? New York, LA, New York, LA. And so I decided to go up to New York. Well, basically, I lived in Jersey my whole time up there, but right next to Jersey, between Jersey City and Fort Lee, New Jersey. So, within like 15 minutes of there. So I get there, I don't know anyone. I don't have any hookups. I had squeezed my way into a few $60, $100 a night gigs, but I was working a day job as well.
You can easily live in New York on a $60, $100 gig, right?
Exactly. And I'm like, how do I get in front of the right people? Because you usually have to know a production manager, or, be friends with them, or, get in through a sound company and stuff like that. And I wasn't seeing that happening. But I did end up working for Claire, which Claire Brothers, or Claire Global now, is like the biggest sound company in our country and probably the world at this point. They got on every continent where there's people, they have a shop. So I ended up at their shop in Mount Vernon for a year. I gave it because I was doing, it was only like $10 an hour again in New York. And I was like, but then I was mixing at night. So the cool thing about that though is that I'm getting gigs ready. Audio and comms and in-ears was what their specialty was. But also audio as well, for like Good Morning America, The Tonight Show, stuff like that, Beyonce and stuff like, so I was seeing what the top engineers were putting into their mic packs. The great thing is that when it came back, I would, to those $60 and $100 gigs, I would take those mics. I'd ask my boss, I was like, hey, I want to learn how to use all this stuff. So I was taking about $20,000 worth of mics to Brooklyn for like a $60 gig. And people be like, wow, it sounds so different. It sounds so good when you mix. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah. Makes a difference.
But so I started realizing, and then people started buying their mixes from me so I could make more money. And so we were doing like 4 and 5 bands a night, and it was just me mixing. And then I was charging $10 to $20 for their live recordings. So that was just a way to make more money, because it was always, just like trying to get through tolls and stuff.
Yeah.
So I noticed that these mixes sound great because it has all these great microphones and stuff. So I was like, you know what? This internet thing is taking off. Let me start posting the bands that I like on YouTube. And then I was going to, and at the time, LinkedIn had just started letting you post video, because it was text-based until 14 years ago.
Yeah, so we're not talking Facebook, we're not talking Instagram, we're not talking TikTok, we're not even talking MySpace, we're talking about LinkedIn.
LinkedIn,
musician's friend. Anyway.
Exactly. Right when they started letting you put video up, and really they didn't even have their own platform. So you had to share from YouTube. So I was sharing those recordings to YouTube, and 8 months later, 11-time Grammy Award winner Christian McBride was like, hey, I'm looking for an engineer. I got a gig in Curacao coming up. Would you be available? I was like, yeah, of course.
And the odds of that, because he typed in something like New York front of house.
Yeah. Well, I know how I tipped the odds. I knew that I was number one. And at the time, LinkedIn literally ranked you 1, 2, 3, and it was just by how much you posted. I knew I had more content than any other engineer in New York at the time. So I was like, well, that's a good space to be in. I was like, if somebody randomly hits it, you never know. And then I just kind of, I just went on ahead, with what I was doing and just mixing and stuff. And I mean, I ended up leaving Claire after a year. And then, a few months after that, I ended up getting the Christian McBride gig. And the first gig I did for him was this big band. And we're talking about 18 people, on the stage at 92nd Street Y venue.
Yeah.
In the city. That was crazy. Like Harry Belafonte was in the audience.
He's such a massively great artist. This bass player that picks you out, and he's got big bands, and then you're touring the world with this guy.
Oh yeah.
So you mix for Christian McBride, and you're around the world with this. Mm-hmm. What does an average day look like with that?
It's interesting because with jazz, we're doing like one-offs, and it's just like boom, boom, boom. It's no, we don't really have buses. I think I did a bus tour like once or twice with him, but it's usually just like, okay, we're doing Switzerland and we're flying over here, to Italy, it was like, boom, you're in different countries like every couple of days. Especially in like Europe and stuff. So that would be a call time 4 or 5 a.m. to get a 7 or 8 a.m. flight. If the show is that day, going straight to the venue, basically, you may get to the hotel, take a nap, freshen up. But then you're doing a sound check that afternoon, around 2, 3 or something like that. Then you can, take another nap. I'm all about a nap from touring because you're just always tired.
Yeah.
And you do usually two sets in a night, starting around 7 o'clock. You end around 11, and then you hang.
And that's the realism of it, right? And so I when I was getting into this, and I read these stories of these rock bands partying all night, and I never really saw that. I think the biggest rock singer maybe that I was with, we went on the tour bus. We watched Back to the Future.
Yeah,
I was like so drained that he's just sitting there. But so I was always amazed at these guys that could do all the stuff they did and be on the road like that.
Uh-huh.
It's not what people think it is. You are road tested for sure.
Yeah. So I'm like, if you can't do what you do, and like, I just seeing those guys do what they do with little to no sleep sometimes, I'd be amazed, like, wow, and they're still at this level. It's like, so it made me like, like on my work ethic.
You are the elite of the business. This is what I want artists to know is you're given great opportunities, but those people that you're watching on those stages, I don't care whether you like the music or not. I hear different artists, people say they're not a real singer or they're not a real writer or whatever. They can say all they want. But when you're at that level, you've done some things.
Mm-hmm.
And you've worked hard to get there. I respect anybody that's gotten to that place
you're doing
and filling these buildings.
Yes. In between, before the show, you having to push the show at radio stations. Yeah, all the stuff they have to do while I'm setting up the stage and getting it ready for them. So it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Both ways, as the engineer and as the artist. I have much respect for
the whole crew.
Yeah,
I mean, you giving time away from family to stay on the road like that.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
we're gonna take a quick break. You're gonna hear from some sponsors, things that are going on at Our Beats, those type of things.
Uh-huh.
When we come back, we're gonna get more into this part of the touring, and then we're gonna cover. This, I'll just tell you, the story gets even bigger and better. She starts with this artist, but then she ends up at the award shows and some other great happenings. And with modern technology, all the things that we can do now that we didn't have, and the options that you have, whether you're an author or a singer or whatever now, that we'll talk about. So we'll be right back with Fela right after this.
Calling all independent musicians. Ready to elevate your sound? At Our Beats Radio, we're poised to turn up the volume on your ambition. Submit your tracks today, and here's the reason why. With Our Beats, you're not simply uploading, you're broadcasting your unique resonance to a global audience. Put your hesitations aside. We're offering you the golden opportunity to have your music reviewed and aired on our radio station, absolutely free of charge. You've pondered, perhaps even sampled the others. Now it's time to experiment with the finest. At Our Beats, we're dedicated to you. We're not just a platform, we're your spotlight, and your music merits the stage. Share your social handles, and as soon as your music goes live on Our Beats, you'll be the first to know. We're not just spinning tracks, we're cultivating a vibrant community of artists and aficionados who revel in distinctive soundscapes. Our Beats Radio, the stage where your music receives the applause it's worthy of. Submit your music today and transform your sound into a sensation. In essence, Our Beats Your Music.
The best. And welcome back. We're in the studio with Fela, who's become such a great friend of mine and such an asset not only to the city of Charlotte. She's still in other places. We'll talk about that. She doesn't just stay in Charlotte, North Carolina. But I will tell you this about her, is that she will be running live sound in places that nobody even in the place probably even knows who she is, what she's doing. I had an artist, everybody knows one of my favorite artists in town is Anna J., and love her spirit. And I get this text from Fela, from you, saying, hey, you need to check out this artist, Anna J. And then I text Anna, I was like, do you know who is running sound for you? Who's at your board tonight? Which she thought was really cool. But yeah, so you're here and you're doing those things, but you're still out there on the road, and I want to get into that. But before I even get into that part of it, let me ask you this. What's something people never realize about what happens, let's say, behind the scenes before a concert actually begins?
Oh, how calm it is backstage. Well, especially with the bigger artists, they can be joking, cracking up, doing whatever, and then just hop on the stage. They don't have to be like, I got to give in my quiet play. Like, it's just like the job that they chose. Like, when you're really good at it, you don't have to be, all in your feelings about it. Because I always see that with, like, the younger artists. So, like, like I was saying, working in those smaller clubs at $60, $50, it was like, oh, I have to, when you're really good, it's like breathing.
And you only get there by doing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like these, some of the newer artists that I tell them, it's like the people think that the Beatles got good, like the experts, but they believe the Beatles got good because of those, I think it was like 4-hour shows they had to do in Germany before they actually made it. So they got so used, to the live gig that's what helped them when they came over. I know with me as a speaker, when I was first starting, we were talking about that Star Showcase. I was speaking a decent amount by then, but not like I would be later. And so when I would go do those, they would talk about how that I would go in the corner and get myself, hyped up and all that. But, because you're not doing it as often, so you can't snap on and off easily like that. So
yeah. So my advice always is just keep doing it a lot. Yeah. And that's what I did with engineering. And like my peak, I was mixing 6 to 7 days a week at different venues in the city. Just getting my chops up with every genre of music you could think of. I was mixing, from Brazilian music to and that's the cool thing about the city is that you have all of that.
Oh yeah,
it's not just I just did jazz or I just did anything. I hip hop everything. I know how to make everything sound good. And I don't need to get hyped up or in a quiet place before I do it. I could get up right now and mix.
Yeah,
major artists.
and you've done that. Yeah, we'll talk about this. So my son is he got an opportunity to go hang with my brother and walk the red carpet at the Grammys this year. So he was there. Then he comes with me to an event here in Charlotte, Creative Mornings, and I had invited you. I didn't know that you would show up, but you were there, and I was like, hey, the show you were at? Guess who was at the soundboard? So you guys start talking, and you just lined up the entire show. So you guys were over there for like 45 minutes just talking about how the show worked and all behind the scenes. So that was your first time doing that. Tell a little more about that if you can.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool one because I met Leslie Ann Jones, who was like a legend in the audio world, especially with orchestral music right now. She's the head of audio for Skywalker Sound.
Oh.
Let me start off by that.
Struggling in new business.
Exactly. She's been doing that for like 30 years, but before that, she mixed a bunch of stuff. She was like on Apocalypse Now, working on the soundtrack and stuff. So I met her through an organization called Sound Girls at NAMM, which when I first started my business, 23DB Productions, we were, we needed to get out there and, and do something, meet people. And I was a part of this organization. And the first year that I went to NAMM, actually second time, but as a business owner, I went there and Sound Girls invited me to sit with the Sennheiser table, which I was like, yes, for the Tech Awards, which is the big award show at NAMM. And we were front and center. Sinbad was hosting. Like, this is before, his health troubles. It was an amazing night. And next to me on one side was Leslie Ann Jones, and on the other side was Al Schmidt.
Because you're in the right room.
So, I mean, my table was like the Godfather table. Everybody was kissing the ring. It was like, they had a blue note was coming over to the table. It was just like, wow, that blew my socks off. So that was the first time I met her. And years later, we started a few panels together. We did it like NAMM and stuff like that. And so we became friends. And one time she came into New York through Sennheiser, and I talked to Dawn Burr, who's like head of marketing, or she's kind of a big wig over at Sennheiser. And I was like, hey, I'm starting up this video series. Can we get Leslie Ann Jones while she's here for Sennheiser to do a video? She was like, yeah, I asked her, and she said yes. And so I got to know her even better.
Yeah.
Through that. It was just
I've definitely learned that. Just sitting in this chair
right?
opens up so much networking.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And she was, at first it was a video series. We did like a couple before her, but then after we did that series with her, it was like, oh, we need to turn this into a full-blown podcast, because we had to leave a lot of stuff on the floor. You had to edit out a lot of stuff for video, for video's sake, but she has such a fascinating story, and her background, her mom was a big actress, her dad is Spike Jonze, who had his own show back in like the 60s. And, so very fascinating story. And then we just, stayed friends. So fast forward to last year, she was like, hey, would you like to come check out the Grammys? Because she's on the board, like commission board and stuff for it. And I was like, of course. So I was able to go this year and, see what she does as she's the audio supervisor. So basically she's talking to the front of house engineer, telling him how the room sounds, because when you're mixing front of house, they don't want you to leave the board. So she's the other
they can't
set
walk
of
around
ears.
with the iPad?
Yeah, you can't walk around with the iPad. No. So they have her walk around and tell. So I was like shadowing her on that. So that was really cool to just see the behind the scenes of something I've been looking at for 30 years,
There was some great performances on there.
Right?
You had Bruno there. You had that tribute to Ozzy, which was my son's favorite, obviously.
That was my favorite one, too. I mean, then there was also Lauryn Hill's tribute to Roberta Flack and D'Angelo as well. And that was like, every R&B drummer, bass player singing.
Yeah. All in one
I
place.
was like, yeah, that thing had like 172 tracks on it. That thing was that thing was huge. Yeah. So to like see all how that goes down and stuff, like, yeah, it was a dream. It was like, wow, and seeing, even the other people, the legendary engineers that mixed the show that's been doing it for many years as well. Eric and Mike, he produced Appetite for Destruction.
Oh, really?
He's the audio supervisor for the broadcast mix.
Got you.
So he's keeping, his ears on that, and then we were in the actual venue in LA.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And let me talk about a couple other people that you worked with. Ron Carter, KRS-One. I mean, there's a legend there. Who I would say, what do the very best artists have in common?
Oh, like I said, it's easy. I don't have to double check. As long as the mic is working, they know how to do it. They know how to be all over that thing. They know how to make it sing and do what it needs to do. So that's probably the best part about it to me, because I did so many years of just like middling artists that, didn't know how to use the microphone, didn't know how to, get the most out of things. So working with those masters, it was like, it was very easy, actually. And then you get better gear when you deal with
Yeah. Because the money's there.
It's not just a bag of 57s. Right? It's not just a bag of short 57s and 58s. Those are great mics, but it's like, man, it's so, to get the real, expression out of it and stuff, being able to use stuff like Sennheisers and Neumanns and, all that sort of thing, and, Lewitt microphones. So there's just everything. And now that goes back again to me working at Claire and really understanding what I liked and how I would get my sound. And it was cool that I would see the boards would come back from, Alicia Keys and all that sort of thing. And I could see how they were doing their EQing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, I do that too. Okay, oh, that's interesting,
Yeah. Well, and you're the perfect person for this. So obviously we're in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, which is known as this burgeoning music scene. A lot happening really fast. Some great promoters coming to the city. I've been surprised at the record label A&Rs who have moved here. You got people that I watched on TV hosting rock shows on MTV. They now live in the lake, the north of here in Charlotte. On and on. I say this stuff I'm always amazed that the people are coming here at the same time. And they didn't come here because the music scene was growing. They just happened to come here as the music scene was growing. And it's helped so much. And of course, meeting the R-Beats people, everything was just such great timing for the city. Now, with that in mind, with you understanding what you've seen, and this is for any city that's trying to become a burgeoning music scene, the live sound element in your clubs, in your venues, it's a pretty big deal. And if you go to, like we've talked about this, in Nashville and places like that, you find great sound people everywhere, really study their craft. How important is that, and what needs to happen in the city?
Oh, for here. Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, we'll use Charlotte, but Charlotte, those places in Oklahoma, places in Georgia, different places that are burgeoning scenes that could all learn from that.
Yeah, that's just, hitting every day. That's like having somewhere to mix 7 days a week, which, that it's just not that many cities that can handle that,
Yeah.
Charlotte is very weekend heavy, but not on a Monday or a Tuesday can you usually find, a local live show per se. You may find the big shows will come in, whenever, but they have their own people. So it's not really incubating the sound people, to get better. So
it needs to be live incubation, like live sound incubation, more and more in the city.
And
I've seen it with recording studios. You know, Get3 has a great program here. I always love plugging anything they do because they're great in what they do. Have great system for that. But live sound, I mean, it's such a super need. Yeah. And there are people that are learning it, but they need to learn it at the level that we're talking now. Yeah. In order for the city to become what it needs to become. We got the Stellar Awards here, this month. So those things are already starting. So you have to have people that know these things in the city, right?
Yeah, agreed. But it's just like, I had to move for those same reasons. Like, I was in Myrtle Beach, and like I said, it was only House of Blues. There was not 7 days a week of mixing, and if it was kind of the same people, that you would see every time. So you gotta, I had to go to where it was at to be able to now kind of pick and choose when I want to mix. I'm not as, I'm not desperate like I was before, and, working small bars and stuff. I mean, that's how you cut your teeth, and that's just how you learn,
Yeah. And don't get your feelings hurt, because people are not kind to the sound people. I don't know what that
not
is.
at all.
I'm like, if I'm an artist and I'm trying to go these different places, that's the guy that I'm going to become friends with. So when I come back through, these people, they do a thankless job. So whether it's church, clubs, I don't care what it is. I've seen that be such a thankless job. But that is your guy that's making you look good or bad. So what kind of ego you have as an artist, you need to step that down. Step up your kindness to these people. Here's another thing about you is I don't want to dwell on this too long just because I want to cover podcasts and audiobooks with you. But that's not a female heavily driven industry that you're in. I mean, I've not seen enough. And you've stepped in that as... Hey, there's just not a lot of you. So what would you say to that? Have you feel like you've had something to prove?
Oh, yeah, since day one. And it was just, okay, you won't hire me, somebody else. Well, I'll go to your competitor. That was all I could do, and figure out creative ways to get around certain things, I wanted to mix at Claire, but I saw that wasn't going to happen. So I was like, I got to mix somewhere. I don't want to just be packing up gear for 15 years, waiting on a chance. Like, that wasn't an option. So I was always mixing at night and stuff. So, I mean, you have to do some sacrificing of time to go where you are, appreciate it, or at least can get your foot in the door. And then, I mean, it was New York, too, so you never knew who was coming through. I mean, it was some, really heavyweights that were really good, that I got to mix and, like, really, get good at what we were doing, what I was doing. So, with the woman thing, it was like, okay, I'm really not as good as it, it's been a few times, but it was also like, that's what pushed me into being an entrepreneur and realizing that, I need this to be on me. Like, nobody is really gonna help me. Like, I have to.
Nobody's coming to save you.
No, ain't nobody coming to save me.
That's an entrepreneur mentality. Everybody needs. Nobody's coming to save you.
And I had this before I even started a business, that I was like, okay, let me get my stuff out there. That was why I ended up doing the LinkedIn thing. Like, nobody was doing that. I mean, I see that a lot more now, but when I did it, like, that was very new. So it's always like trying to get ahead of the curve when it's so much kind of stacked against you that you don't know the production manager. My aunt doesn't work at Sony, and, I didn't have any blood relation to anything in the business. That was probably the bigger issue, is when you don't have that hookup through an aunt or cousin or something, to get in, or, any friends that really, were going to push you. So I was like, okay, I'll push it myself. And, that's been the biggest win, I'm just pushing through. And it's been fun. It's really fun to do stuff that nobody else is doing.
I think you look at everything as fun, though. You're just that person, since I've known you. It's like, it's always the conversation we're having right now, the laughter, I don't care if we're in a coffee shop, if we're in an event. This is what we're doing, right? It's the same thing. We just got mics today.
Right, exactly.
But-
so I'm like, yo, this is what I'm passionate about. It needs to be fun the whole time. When I'm
Yeah.
not having fun, then I need to move on.
Right. Seems less of a job.
Yeah, more of a job.
But I'll tell you this. Podcasting, I want to touch on this. I want to get more into audiobooks because that's a newer thing. You and I could do a whole show on podcasting.
Oh, yeah.
That could be just a conversation for the whole show. But businesses need to be doing this. People that are trying to do a brand. I know it seems like everybody has a podcast, but their audiences is for these, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think that when I got on the show. I was like, I don't know that that's a thing that I should be doing. I've always wanted to, but I'm not qualified. You know, all those things you do it first. So for somebody that's got a business and they need to show their expertise in their business, what advice would you give them on that? Like,
Oh, yeah. I do whole workshops on this at Central Piedmont Community College about to the entrepreneurs that go through certain programs there. But yeah, I'm so passionate about it because of the story I just told you about LinkedIn and just
It's a
putting
networking thing,
your
yeah.
niche out there. Because it's like, you don't know who's looking. I mean, even with me getting the gig to write for Mix Magazine, the editor saw me posting about it, about podcasting and what I was doing. And was like, oh, would you like to write about it? You know?
Yeah.
And so that, again, is just how you get out there. And it may not be the exact thing that you're doing, but I love to write about what I do as well. So blogging and getting stuff out there, you know, video-wise, audio-wise, people are always going to be looking for it. Googling, and now with AI, you want that to be top of mind. And the more your SEO is pushed, the more that you're going to get that digital push for your business. So, and that's been the push for me. It hasn't been, oh, I got this big thing. I got this big thing after they saw me on social. Like it wasn't like, oh, I got the hookup. None of my big things that happened for me was a hookup normally. It was always like, oh, I saw you randomly on this thing.
well, I would say, how has AI changed that for content production on something like a podcast?
It pushes your business. You know, and that's how it's figuring out how to get that to push your business for you.
Yeah.
And that is, again, like SEO is being mentioned, getting into articles, being sponsored, being, partnerships with other things. I mean, we're in partnership with Focusrite, under our business for what we're doing with like audiobooks and stuff. And they just did an article. So that helps my SEO.
Yeah,
when people look for my name, they will see that I'm not just, in my living room doing it started from that. It started from, cheap mics and just trying, doing what you can, but don't let it stop there. Always keep pushing it forward. As soon as I could afford a better mic, I did.
Yeah.
And then I started getting sponsored by microphones. And then I was dealing with a Grammy Award winner. So with the being able to post about what I was doing and who I was working with, that helps out the manufacturers.
Right.
So when I go to NAMM, I'm like, hey, I'm with an 11-time Grammy Award winner. I'm doing this, doing that. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll do a story on you. So you have to use what's around you to actually push you up as well, not just a podcast. Right. Like, you have to, who else can you partner up with that you both can, push it so that, when AI is looking for that certain niche, they're looking for the thing that's mentioned the most in what you do.
And let me share any post that you have for your workshops. Yeah. Because obviously I know what you do. And I want to make sure that people are aware because I get approached about that all the time. The other thing is with you're mentioning audiobooks, that is such a wide market right now that is not being filled. Mm-hmm. My wife's even dying to this. She's like, Fela's doing my audiobooks. She tells me all the time. But and she's an award-winning, author. She has 5 or 6 books now.
Yeah.
And she's got 2 or 3 of those. She wants to go into that market. And the numbers are so low that they're staggering. as far as how many authors actually have audiobooks. Can you tell that number? Because I know you know it.
It's only 95% of books aren't audiobooks. So only
audiobooks.
Aren't. So only 3 to 5% of books are audiobooks. So we're talking about roughly 150 million books worldwide, and only like 5 million
because
are audiobooks.
It's such a mystery to people. It's like, do I have the voice for that? Does somebody else read it? Is there an AI voice that does it? Can they do an AI of my voice, and take what I have and read it? Because, some people will not believe in that. I personally do believe in that because of the cost for everything, the time for everything. I do believe that some of those things should be allowed. It's not affecting your art. It's reading the art that you've already created, right? Mm-hmm. So I have a little bit different take on that, and I know everybody has their opinions on those kind of things. But the other thing is, it's like, how do I begin? So for these people that don't know that this is simplicity to get started, tell them about what you do and how you can help them.
So we began at 23dB Productions. We were doing a lot of podcast stuff, and we didn't even get into like the celebrity podcast stuff. Like we did Ice-T's podcast, Daily Game, Housewife of New York City, Ebony K. Williams. So, and then CC Sabathia's podcast when it was going. So from that, we had other clients with businesses, and then they have written books, and then they started asking us to do their audiobooks. So with the pandemic hitting and stuff, the technology got better with being able to adjust the gain and stuff through the computer and not having to touch the audio box anymore. So that has allowed us to start recording books anywhere. Just have Wi-Fi, and we'll be monitoring your session. So you can be in your home office, in your living room, or wherever is a kind of quiet place to record, and you'll have a live engineer with you listening. And if you're a publisher, your director and producer can be listening anywhere as well. So it takes out that, I got to fly to New York or LA or Nashville or something like that to go to a studio. So we're sending out a laptop, a microphone, and an audio interface, and you basically set it up at your house, and then we use the laptop like a remote control. We tap into it, and you'll see the mouse moving. We're hitting record. We're hitting stop. We'll tell you to do that line over again, all that sort of thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. From anywhere with Wi-Fi.
I mean, it's
preferably, wired, but even with Wi-Fi, we can knock it out.
No Starlink in the desert.
Exactly. And lately, we've worked with Bill Cartwright, the NBA champion, 5-time NBA champion with the Bulls during the Jordan era. So we recorded with him, and he was in Sacramento, and my business partner, he was in Jersey, and he recorded.
And I remember something about this, like he had some vocal challenges, and you were able to help and correct. So there are things that you can do there too. So
yeah, that was an issue with him too, is that he was elbowed in the throat, so he can't really talk for long periods of time. So we were able to assist him with some pro AI voicing. So we got him to do certain parts of the book that emoted emotion and stuff like that, for it to be a really good clone of his voice. And we did like 2 hours of that, and I got to do a podcast with him. So we did like 2 hours of that, and then we were able to make a professional AI of his voice as well.
Well, my friend, this is crazy good info, and so thank you for showing up today. How do these people find you to hire you? And I know you said it a little bit, but you said it when we read the liners. You haven't actually said it on the. So let's tell them on the air, how they get a hold of you.
Yeah, reach out to me at 23. That's the number 23 DB. It means decibel, but DB Productions with an S.com. And we're on all the socials, of course, IG, LinkedIn, and Facebook, the main ones that we're on. And reach out to us, We'll also have like the info at 23dbproductions.com is our email. Reach out to us. Whether you want to do a podcast, and the podcast can be virtual. We're doing podcasts wherever you're at. We have the platform, and we'll send you a kit so that you'll sound good, and even your co-host, and we make that a package for you. So our latest podcast is with called The Brothers Briefing. And they're a political podcast out of New York and D.C., and that's doing very well right now. So
it's an amazing world.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for moving in Charlotte so that I could actually, meet you here first, and then of course, who knows where we go from here? Because just in the short time we've known each other, it's like I have 20 or 30 ideas, of who to connect you with. That. So, what's next for you?
Oh, yeah. Just, really pushing the audiobook thing. Like I said, we're in partnership with Focusrite. It's for the audio interface. So pushing that a lot. And podcasting, doing a lot of that. Not so much, I don't go out on the road anymore. I do some local gigs around here at some clubs here and there, but yeah, the main thing is books and podcasting, and keeping it so that I don't have to leave my house.
It's a new world.
Yeah, I love it too. I think in the next few years, probably even moving back to my hometown of Cheraw. And just being able to, in my own backwoods town, and my family's land. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I've had enough of the city.
Very cool, my friend. Well, thank you guys for tuning in as well and listening to this info. Be sure to tell your friends to catch us and the other podcast from Annalise, Greasy, and Jennifer here on the network as well. And go to YouTube, subscribe, press like, and let your friends know that we're here. And as always, thank you and much love. See you next time. Idea.
So man, that trip that first time as a business that we went to NAMM, my car ended up breaking down in the Colorado Rockies, and we had to just spend the night in my car. And I woke up to the woods because we were just in the middle of the ride. So that's why it's the wood smell. So
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah, please take one. Take one.
Nice. Oh, wow.
So instead of from the dirt, it's from the woods. So, but hey, that one trip to I ended up meeting all those heavyweights, and that kind of took our business to another stratosphere. So.
Well, you're good at building it too. Got opera singers calling me. Uh-oh.
What?
I'll tell you about it. We have someone that went to the hospital.
Oh no. All right.
I'll leave these here for you and Michael. Take the next one with me. I'll walk her down.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else, right? I don't bring anything.
It's not raining. I got a 6-minute walk. Well, it's not too bad. I don't know. What's up with Google? Hit me up.
Yeah, they are keeping me out. Like, I don't know
Struggle. Sometimes you're like, you have arrived. I'm like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this. Thank you guys
so much.
Yeah, this has been great. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
What?
Air freshener. It's like it's
Oh, yeah.
all right. Let me still on here.
You see, like the like these bubbles. So I'm going to
Yeah, you need a.
I'll try to bring one in tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you need to like clean the screen really well with like alcohol, and it will.
I got screen cleaner for my phone and computer.
They have it everything in a kit. Like that that kit that you bought, there'll be like everything in it that you need. 99.99% of the time, but you never know, you know.
I'm not sure if I wanted it.
So this two goes on the side, not on the charger, because those are different type of charging. And it's kind of chilly in here. With all that, I should probably adjust this. It's a bit cold. All right. Nice.